Hey everybody, welcome back to Cookie Gaming. Today we're playing some more Disco Elysium. Now last time we found out more information about Ruby. Namely, if we want to find her, we're gonna have to head down the coastline. Now, last time I was sort of like, maybe I'll finish up some things back here before we head down. But I'm excited. I want to see what new stuff there is on offer, right? The origin of disco, eh? And so, I say we head down now. I think, or at least I hope, we can always come back and finish up everything we have to do here. I am also a bit sick today, so this one might be a bit shorter than usual. You see a lot of cuts. That's me taking a break to go blow my nose or cough. I won't subject you to too much of that. But take it easy on me today, alright? I'm a little sick. Hey, some money. We're on the other side of the water lock. I don't know about you, but I am excited. What do we have over here? Alright, the traffic jam continues. It's useful. Locked? Let's try our chain cutters. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. What were they called? Jamrock Biker Cop Sonnies. +1 empathy, -1 logic. Well, there you go. I like the look of those. Maybe not for me right now, but, you know, they're kind of cool. Alright. Wow. Hey, more cash. Can I, okay. Oh yeah. There's the crashed car. We saw evidence of that on the other side of the water lock. Here's the results. Ooh. Hey, nice price. Well, we're seeing how that daredevil driver ended up. Not so good. A bottle of booze. Not too surprising, right? Yoink. Yoink. Let's take a closer look.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half-submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. That rebel who jumped the canal and broke the waterlock, this is their doing.
Hey, this is where the rebel who jumped the canal ended up. Not so daring anymore.
No, not so daring at all.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
A curious look, huh?
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
Great.
Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
I'd like to take your word for it, but Inland Empire's usually right when he has a horrible premonition, so I'm sure we're about to discover something truly terrible.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
Alright, what's its make?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
How long's it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. Well, looks like Jacob Er's journey came to an abrupt end. I don't know who that is.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yes. Crazy recklessness.
Yes. Crazy recklessness. I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Right. Well, what should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe He's from some kind of joyriders district and likes blue and white racing livery, like a cop would.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Okay, it's pretty late already in the night, but let's wait for it.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
I was on the swing set.
The hinges creak under your weight,
Hey!
dangerously so.
Now wait a minute.
Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Alright, come on, let's give it a shot.
Spit flies
Uh-oh.
from your mouth to your moustache, your chest, the ground before you. No sound, though.
Raining heavily here, Chief. Mind keeping it down a bit?
The lieutenant must think it's rather funny. He smiles and quickly turns away.
Come on, keep blowing.
That's right. Just keep at it. It will come to you.
Surely it will.
With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful, melodic trill that puts even the insulindic thrush to shame. You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Clouds race across the spring sky, and suddenly you just feel better about everything. Okay, that's way better than what you did.
Yeah, I can tell.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
We're really spending a lot of time here.
Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
I'm not asking that. The game loves to give you one, like, out-of-pocket question. Oh, here's a good one. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches?
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Okay, he's thinking. I can do this. Let's do this. Who'd want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits to.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards river of leeches, though I guess it depends on how high up the river goes. But if it's like ankle length, even knee length, yeah, I'd probably go with the river of leeches rather than sitting on an anthill. Nah, man.
Well, napalm ants, for example, are used in some rites of passage rituals. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Ooh. We're getting the more deep questions now. I am interested for this one, but I want to know how Kim answers this. If you had to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hot place.
Classic centrist answer. Oh yeah, you can interpret his answer as being whatever you want. Alright, but what if someone put a gun to your head, Kim?
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupri, Model 40. It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
Yeah. Okay. Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about that speed racer?
No. Wait a minute. No. Like our precinct? No. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What are you telling me here? District something? A precinct? Something municipal?
A precinct? Yes. A police precinct.
No.
Precinct 41.
No.
Your precinct.
No, Kim.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you.
No.
No. Just no. Say no to this, Harry.
You've got to be fucking me. This is mine? Oh, no. No!
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
Oh my god, I drove my car into the sea?
I'm afraid so.
Oh.
Yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal.
My god. Everything. You know, the game is voicing exactly what I'm thinking, which is denial, and then the badge, the gun, this is a disaster. This is really bad. Like, really bad. I mean, the badge was bad, the gun was really bad. This has got to be the worst of all three. I have completely destroyed my car, my police car. Oh my god. Harry, come on, man. I mean, obviously, you know, I know we went on a total bender before all of this, but this is next level. Shit. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone?
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Can we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
This is a disaster. So it's just gonna be there?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
I can't fix it. They're not gonna take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
I don't know, man. My precinct is pretty done with me. They know I've lost my badge, and do they know I've lost my gun? I don't remember. But they're here keeping an eye on me. They know I've really messed things up. If they find out I've also lost my car, or maybe they already know, I don't know, that's going to be a total disaster. I don't know if I'm going back. I might be done after this, Kim. I hate to say it. The badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
Jesus Christ.
There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
A fourth thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Great. Glad to hear it. That makes me feel a lot better. Well, at least I can see what's in there now. Jesus. That was just about the worst possible outcome.
Let's go take a look.
I just did not see that coming. I really didn't. And now I think about it, they were giving us hints while we were looking at it. But, you know, and they even gave us that Inland Empire check. It's like, yeah, obviously something was up with the car, but I never would have guessed that. That is, yeah. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Well, there you go. We've got our fuel canister. Oh my god. Oh, this is terrible. This is bad. Oh! Well, there you go. Hey! Commander's jacket! Wow. Well, would you look at that? Blue uniform jacket, RCM signature white rectangle on its sleeve, letters on the collar read Lieutenant to JFR. Lieutenant, I forget what the second part is. Basically, our commander's jacket. How about that? I think that's gotta be... Ooh, I do like our cloak. They both give us esprit de corps, visual calculus rather than shivers. I mean, I know which is better. I'll keep it. Well, you know what? Let's try it on. Why not try it on, eh? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's professional. I like my cloak for the moment, but maybe I'll change it. And our badge. Oh, and someone literally reminded me in the comments I gotta take a look at this bullet. let's look at our badge first. Yeah, Harry Dubois. A younger version of you. Yeah, look at us. Oh my goodness. We look so much younger there. I wonder if it's really been that many years, or if the heavy drinking has really done that much damage.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
I guess so. Well, I can go show this to Joyce. Hey Joyce, I found my badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Let's look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that.
Yeah, we are way more busted now.
But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
Bad sign.
Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
Yeah. How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
Huh. And he's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression,
Ooh.
although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Although there's already a hint of that pain, certainly.
So we were already going down the path that would end us up here, but just sort of early on.
Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. Wake up the past and tell it to stay awake. The bad times are here to stay.
Jeez, everyone's got a lot to say, huh?
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name Harrier Dubois?
Harrier? That's long for Harry.
Oh.
So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
What kind of name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
A name like armor.
I mean, it's my name.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier.
Okay.
He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not.
Well, I'm not calling him Kimball, right? So, I'm glad we're still on the same page.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Rank?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Right. That's what it stands for. W. Freighter. What is that?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
Wow. And W. Freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
Interesting. So what, we wanted to keep doing field work? Declined.
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect.
Okay.
And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
What is a decomptage?
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens' militia. It means counting down to twos.
So, I mean, just on that information, we knew this, but we really are a sort of top cop. We've solved a lot of cases. We are very high ranking, right? We've declined a promotion twice to captain. That's a pretty big deal. Now we're a total wreck right now, but we've had a long and pretty impressive career, it seems.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings.
What kinks?
Kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
Right.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
Yeah, I guess in rank, but in terms of who's leading the investigation, I'd go with Kim. I mean, it'd make a good pairing. Kim does this sort of more down-to-earth, reasonable type stuff, sort of keeps us on track, and I go for the odd hunches. Oh, that's funny. Satellite officers.
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
I don't need to mention about the rank. Well, thanks for explaining.
My pleasure.
I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
Okay. No. I believe, isn't this what Jean said that we said to him? No, we're not saying that again. I do want to get better. That does give me hope.
Good.
Alright.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads,
Cereal.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Date of issue.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Oh, interesting. Now, promoted, but what that means is that 4 months ago we declined our second promotion to the rank of captain. Now, that could be one of those things where they tried to give us this promotion because we're such a menace. They said, we gotta get him off the streets, just give him a promotion, and we refused it.
A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you, of that you are sure.
Alright, maybe we did deteriorate that much in 4 months.
I remember that time. That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
Wow, I'm trying to get a measure of how long our extended crash out has been happening for, right? It feels like we've been sort of a lost man for years, but from what I'm hearing, well, they were saying that that photograph of us from years ago, we were sort of already, we were much better, but already a hint of sadness. Now I'm hearing that 4 months ago, we were doing that much better? So I guess maybe we were sort of keeping it together for a while, even though we were falling apart on the inside. And it sounds like maybe 4 months ago, we were still drinking a lot, but it wasn't impeding our work. And since then, it's gotten like really bad. So we've basically, I guess we've reached a new low recently. Great. We keep hitting the bottom of the barrel and breaking through into a new barrel. Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks.
Great.
But then again...
Okay, we come from a messed up precinct.
But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiayeva.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself.
I don't know.
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Put it away. Alright, let's take a look at that bullet now. Yeah.
The
Like I
bullet
said.
is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found.
Like I said, one of y'all down below reminded me, so thank you. I don't know why I didn't do this before.
Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, bullet?
What?
I said, what do I do with you, bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me.
Good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it,
Yeah.
possibly to kill our victim.
I think so.
In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
It's really getting dark out. Let's feel the bullet through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge. The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
So look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
Jacketed bullet, close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader, like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
Military-grade breech-loading rifle.
Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
So, I remember when we were doing a check with Titus about Ruby, I think it was presenting our theory, one of the additions we got was from finding those old rifles, right? In the basement of the bookstore / doomed commercial area. So, this might be one of these old rifles from back in the day. An old breech-loading weapon that must have been kept in good condition.
Even the RCM uses ordinary and jacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Right.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
All right. Well, you know what? A lot of bonuses. Plus, I swear we got something that benefits our hand-eye coordination. I think. Yep, that jacket. There we go. And that check was already pretty good, so I think we've got this one.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag
Oh,
bearing
yeah.
the RCM stamp.
Those are good chances. Breech loader, aware of the name of the antique rifle, and have a similar rifle on hand. So, yeah, that's going to help us a lot. So I was sort of going in the right direction. So let's try to determine what type of weapon shot this.
A rifle.
Nice.
Revolutionary period.
Yep.
Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Make.
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago.
Right.
Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you, the dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Yeah, so basically an old Revolutionary era rifle that has been well maintained. I'm not sure if it necessarily narrows down who it could be. I guess we're sort of about to ask that question. But what it does mean is that if we find one of those rifles in good working order, there's a pretty good chance that that gun belongs to whoever committed this murder, right? So this is a good advancement, I'd say. So who uses Bell McGrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache.
Right.
Only in working order.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
I think I know where this came from.
Okay. And?
The shot probably came from a Bell McGrave rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravacheur, really.
Probably a good thing.
I have to hand it to the monarchs. It's quite admirable that they took the advice of criminologists last century and banned the use of breech loaders in peacetime. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
Interesting. I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know. I mean, I'm not generally an advocate of cops having more firepower, just to be honest. But when that cop is me, maybe I want some more firepower. I don't know if that's hypocritical. Worth what? Getting shot?
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Yeah, you're probably right. You know what? That might be... Well, I mean, the victim was a foreign mercenary. I don't know. I don't think this sounds close to true. I doubt it. Maybe this?
Let's find out. Next step, finding the gun itself.
Alright. Good. That was very good. It was valuable information. It's getting quite late at night now. Oh, these my footprints? Oh, wait, more down here. Oh, yeah. A boat. What do we have over here? Make sure I don't miss anything. Oh my goodness. Music collection. Yoink. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be stealing things, but this is right back to where we came in, actually. I missed all this. Broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Hopefully not me. Swing. What is this? Drugs? Oh, money. I just assumed it might be some drugs. Yes. Thank you. Here we go. Now I can yoink the money. Smallest church in sunken or something. We gotta find some place to play this. Oh, hey, we have a boombox. How about that? Well, We don't need to play it right now. It's gonna just be one of those things I definitely forget about. Someone will remind me. I got so many
Rust
dots.
peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house.
Stop
behind.
running!
There's desolation everywhere.
Where are you going?
Yet someone used to live here, laugh here. Thought it was a good idea to build a swing, even.
Oh, a new thought. What happened here?
In this yard? Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur, for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
What's a block obscure?
A black bloc. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang violence. Or has become inhospitable in some other way.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares.
Ah.
Hence their name.
Right. So they're still bombed out, basically. So this part of the coast is a block obscure?
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
Is that going to be the whole coast that we're going to see here? At least they left some old music behind.
Yes, and you picked it up as part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
Yeah, well, this is what we sort of do.
We should move. I don't think our suspect is in this particular yard. No place to hide. And besides, it's too close to Martinez.
Oh my goodness, it's getting really dark out. Yeah, I mean, we heard that, I think Titus said that we're not in Union territory anymore. So, it's not like the rest of this area of the city is incredibly wealthy. But maybe we're seeing an even less wealthy and developed area or district. Yoink! Like, oh my goodness! I mean, there's no way I'm wearing a bow tie. That is the goofiest shit of all time. Oh yeah, plus it replaced my necktie. No, I can't do that. My initial instinct wasn't to wear it anyway. I mean, yeah, you're making a statement. I don't know if it's a good one. But also, I've got my necktie, man. I'm not replacing my necktie. I mean, he's, a little disturbed. But, I like him well enough.
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here.
Another, wow. Kim, where are we?
In someone's abandoned shack. On the coast. In Martinez. In Ravachol.
He's afraid you've forgotten suddenly.
No, I mean, fair enough, right? With me, you never know. But no, I've got that. What's with the red bow tie?
It's just a piece of clothing you've picked up. You do that, officer. You collect clothes sometimes.
You've noticed.
He sounds a little worried. It's an odd habit.
I don't know if this episode has really raised Kim's opinion of me. Especially not after we found my damn crashed car.
You better not fucking think about ditching me for some shitty
I won't.
cunt-stained bow tie!
Huh?
You and I are gearing up for the final showdown that's gonna be off all walls. You wait and see!
I'm not gonna abandon you, I promise.
Yes, agreed. You should never take your necktie off. Ever.
I'm glad you two are in agreement. Though, I think you're the one animating the necktie to yap at me. What's with the red chair?
Nothing. It's just a piece of furniture.
Oh, yeah, that's what you think, bud.
Red paint is peeling off it. Looks like blood, no?
Could our suspect be staying here?
Here. I don't see signs of recent habitation. This place is abandoned.
See? He doesn't like the vibration from the red chair either.
Oh, man. Alright, well, I think that's about what we're gonna find in here. That's funny. Beautiful weather down the coast, eh? Okay. I think we've moved past the car now. Oh. Fishermen shacks. Ah, we've got people. The inhabitants of this place. Oh my, there's a lot to see. There's a lot to see. Wow, I'm excited. We've discovered a whole new area, basically. This is good stuff. Okay. Okay. Jam. Keep it jamming. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Old classic.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzerainty.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Let me lean in.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
I don't intend to bring any trouble. Frankly, I can't promise that I won't.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Doesn't mean we won't cause trouble, but I'll try not to.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan. Shows you got style.
No, look, I'll keep you on my neck. I don't mean to have to listen to you, man. What he said. We're cops. We don't cause trouble. We take care of trouble. Doubt.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Well, right, you see the cops turn up here. You know, we've already talked about the fact that our authority isn't incredibly great here. And that's, well, from where we came from because of the Union. But here, not even the Union's authority reaches down the coast, so if the cops show up here, something really bad has happened, basically. I've been here before. I think she meant other cops.
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another, locked himself in that woodshed over there.
Damn.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
Yeah. What kind of ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual.
Ooh.
Dark tidings. Black hound.
Not good.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
If I'm an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
Alright, that's very hospitable. That's nice. I will say, we heard from Titus that Ruby, apparently, was particularly afraid of us. And at first, I just thought, oh, it's because we're the cops, right? We've arrived, she doesn't want to get caught. But Titus was basically like, no. It's not that, it's you in particular. So, well, maybe we are an ill omen. I don't know what's going on with us, really.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage.
Don't worry about
and
that.
not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others.
Yeah, I've already parked my motor carriage. I will say, that makes me think. You know, we crashed our motor carriage nearby. We walked away. That means we might have been here before. Maybe not here in particular. How did we get back over the waterlock? Did we swim? Or was it... I don't really remember. Maybe there was still another way to walk over. They were just trying to fix it when we... Well, not when we arrived, but when we came to. It is definitely... At first, I just thought it was an interesting sort of game feature, or worlds feature, that you go around the world, and you've actually been places before. But now I'm starting to get a little bit suspicious. I mean, I know last time we said to Kim, what if I'm the murderer? I don't think that's the case. Maybe it will be. I don't think so. But what if we have something to do with all of this? I mean, you know, everywhere we go, we have evidence of our presence. We can't remember what we got up to in those couple days. What could we have done? I don't know. Maybe it's, maybe this is Inland Empire talking, making me paranoid. Maybe, I guess we'll find out, right? Maybe all we did was, crash our car and get drunk. But maybe we did something else.
Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Okay, fair enough, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Yeah, come on.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
I don't know. Look, you know something. We're here to help.
Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
Believe it or not, we are trying to ward away the metaphorical storm clouds. And by the metaphorical storm clouds, I mean essentially retaliation from Crenel against a lot of the people around here. I'm trying to prevent an all-out bloodbath. But, I guess we're not going to convince her now. I'll be back later if we find anything suspicious.
I'm not going anywhere. Perhaps there's something else the village can do for you, huh? Though we don't have much here. Just garbage and a skiff or two.
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave.
Uh-huh.
That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in
Oh.
the shack.
How much is it?
I won't charge you for it.
Hey!
Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Well, how about that? That's good if true, because I did not have enough money to sleep tonight. There's this guy, Gart, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
Hey, fair enough. Why isn't anyone using the room?
My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
Hey, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If someone promises you something good, just say, yes, thank you. Don't question it. No shot. I can't afford to stay at the Whirling in Rags. You know what? You've got yourself a new tenant.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
I won't. You know your Third Amendment rights.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Yep.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
Yeah, that room wasn't really good for me, I don't think.
Should he? This environment encourages one thing, and one thing only. Drinking.
I won't. Y'all know I've been, trying to make good decisions. So that's not gonna happen.
Finally, you have those lamos of Martinez off your back, Grutan. This looks like a great place to bring chicks.
Does it? Does it really? It does mean that I'm gonna have to traverse back to the other side to go in. Or what is the distinction between these two spots that we're talking about? Oh, we do have a map. I need some. What Martinez waterfront versus down the coast? I don't know what you're calling these two different areas or districts. I think they're maybe officially part of the same district, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But it does mean if we have something to do down here at night, like going to talk to that damn smoker, we gotta run all the way back to get a place to sleep. Oh, whatever. It's better than having to pay for one, you know what I mean? So what's in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Jeez. Don't really want to say that. Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east,
New.
but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
That'd be hypocritical. I am a town drunk, just also a cop. What drunks?
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
There's gotta be something here.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, an overgrown park.
The pox. What's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses, shacks as far as the eye can see.
So what happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Is there a way to make a little money around here?
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Hey, maybe that, remember we talked to that working class woman? Maybe her husband's out here. He got drunk.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Okay, so what's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
She knows a lot more than she lets on, eh? Well, by keep her talking, do you mean keep asking her? What else is going on?
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting, even through the night. And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church.
What?
I don't like that.
What the hell?
Interesting. You could look into this ruckus if you have the time.
Of course I do.
Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A Rusalka or a half-demonic Apsara singing.
Everything's connected. Alright, so what else is on down coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Which is it, apartments or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
That's it? There's gotta be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jam shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible.
I'm glad I asked, because that is extremely suspicious. So we're looking for an old Revolutionary era rifle that fired the bullet that we have. And this abandoned building over at Land's End used to be a supply depot for goods and ammo. Okay, that's definitely somewhere to check out.
And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Alright. So, I know I just said there's gotta be more, but sounds like there's quite a lot to see. I'm excited. So tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Wow, how about that? Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
Well, now we know. Not only our title, but that we're Harrier Dubois. I think I like Harry, but I don't mind our name overall. I do like Harry more than Harrier. Alright. So which was the building we're allowed to stay in? This one? Probably shouldn't be taking money from these people, but hey, I'm broke too. Come on now.
The door has seen better days.
Yep.
The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Alright.
It's getting late. I'll let you sweep this place on your own. I'm sure you can handle the washerwoman. I'll be sleeping in my room in the whirling. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Oh, okay. I wasn't necessarily done, Kim, but that's fine. See you in the morning.
Good night. And try not to break the case without me.
Well, you never know. Let's see our little room here.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack,
Ooh.
it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others.
A mystery?
The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad.
Oh.
Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
I think, let's look through.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out.
Oh.
A bullet.
The last resort, a bad idea. Yeah.
A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber.
Is that like our gun? Oh no. This bullet isn't for a breech loader like the murder weapon?
The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with.
Right. We heard some stuff about the history of this spot.
Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
Okay. Some heat. It's a free place to sleep. That's pretty nice.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
Sorry, what? What is happening? Who's talking to me? No. What is it to me? I think it looks like my new home. I wonder where my old one went.
Westward, across the canal, towers the whirling in rags. Door number 1 on the second floor is locked. Behind it lies a trashed room. 1 floor below, behind a counter, stands an irritable man. In a small shack in the fishing village, a baroque heater hums quietly, emanating a sense of comforting warmth. A wash basin lies on the table, the water inside reflecting the somber face of the world. Far away, on the corner of Perdition and Main, a nondescript building, obscured in a haze. It's vacant and lost, just like its tenant.
Interesting. Our different residences. Though, the last, which we know the least about, will be our actual, well, home. I don't know what our living situation is, really. This feels like a cozy hideout.
Who are you talking to? There is no one here, not even cold.
Well, thank you, strange sensation, for a fair assessment of the current situation.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Revachol forever.
Whoa. Dude, Shivers has gone kind of crazy these last 2 episodes. Maybe because we put some more points in, but we had that check with Klaasje, where we basically heard that something's going to erupt sometime soon. I think it was, what, in like a month or 2? That could lead to the independence of Revachol. And now we're talking to, like, the spirit of Revachol. No? I mean, maybe? That's kind of what it seems like to me. Something like that. That's cool. Church?
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
I don't want to shave. I'll ask the question, is shaving the right call, but I'm not going to do it.
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic.
No. I'd give it a little trim, but not a whole shave. No thank you. Huh. Look at that. Swanky checkered jacket. The fun kind of serious. +1 logic. Let's see how it looks. Oh my goodness. We need a better shirt, guys. That's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah. I've got so many... They give you so many good jackets. Oh yeah, let's put that. We want our Shivers. We've been liking our Shivers lately. Now, both of these are good, if needed.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
Wow. Well, maybe I'll try that at some point. Not right now. Let's go talk to that old lady. And then I think I will end the episode after that. Hello, ma'am.
The old woman still sits in her chair, continuing with her chores. As she does so, she quietly hums to herself. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night. There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now.
You're still up?
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. My suggestion is, don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind?
Don't tell me that. Harry's gonna take that the wrong way. What's the song you're humming?
A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song.
What's it called?
Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
Sounds nice.
Yes, it does.
I wonder, I know we got a tape. I wonder if we're gonna find our song for singing karaoke. Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
Oh! No way! Wait a minute. Did Ruby put that there?
Gun and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant.
What?
And not a stupid one either.
Okay, I saw the option when we were asked, what is this room to you? I did not think this would actually lead back to Ruby. Everything leads back to Ruby. I can't believe this connects to the case. You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
You knew a lot more than you let on.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
What has she gotten herself into? That girl.
Left on Monday after we showed up on, what was it, Saturday or Sunday? And, crashed our frickin' car.
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
You said she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
Kim said, hey, don't crack the case while I'm gone. I'm cracking the case right now. Sorry, Kim. I will have a good piece of info to share with Kim tomorrow. Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Okay, was there anything in there?
No,
Interesting. What's she like?
she's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
It's our gun, right? It's, right. The bullet, the 9mm, not for the type of old rifle we're looking for, but for a gun like ours, which we lost, and then someone bought back. I don't exactly remember the, maybe, I don't know. Does the timeline fit? I can't remember when Roy told us that she bought the gun, but we know some woman came in and bought our gun. It's gotta be Ruby, so it's probably for our gun, I think.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
Alright.
Aye. Do tell.
I think it might have been an exit plan.
Exit from what?
The world.
No, she's a fighter.
Okay. I heard she was a heavy drinker with anger issues. You ever witnessed that kind of behavior?
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset.
The sun sets for everyone.
She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself, the way some people do.
I know it wasn't, but it almost sounded accusatory. Did she have any technical equipment with her?
Not that I knew of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack.
Ah.
You should be thankful for that.
Well, I can thank her if you tell me where she went.
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north. You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Yeah, well, we heard the same thing from Titus, but we're getting closer and closer, and we're gonna find her. Further up the coast we go.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
No, you can do it. You still have plenty of juice in you before you drop. Behind the cinder block houses, old pre-war ruins rise to the sky like dark palaces. The wind calls.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
This.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
This is what Titus told us about Glacier. He was like, look, even though we've learned everything and, you know, he feels betrayed, etc., etc., don't take her in. And we went with Mercy with Glacier, which I think is generally a good option. But Mercy is doled out on a case-by-case basis, all right? So we'll see. I don't know. I just don't know what Ruby exactly has done. She seems to know something about me. I want to find her and ask her some questions. That's what I want to do for now. What I do after that depends on what she tells me, you know? I don't want to, you know, I don't know. We might have to arrest her. I guess we'll see.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
I don't know about that. Let me see if there's anything else in the shack now. Now that we know it was Ruby's.
It's getting late and it's snowing.
Oh.
Time to call it a day.
Is that gonna send me to sleep? Alright, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the episode off right here. I'm getting pretty congested at this point. A bit shorter than some of the recent episodes, but still a pretty good length one. Made it through with my throat not giving out. So I would like to go and find that smoker on the balcony before we go to bed. I think I have just enough time to do that. And yeah, I'd at least like to do that, and maybe we'll go to bed afterwards. I know I'd usually end an episode with the end of a day. It caps it off pretty nicely, but I'm gonna have to wait until next time for that one. So yeah, you know, another interesting episode. We found out that we crashed our own car, which is pretty horrifying. So, not necessarily the happiest. A bit of a melancholy episode, but I'm really excited to have found this new territory and to get to explore further down the coast. And I'm excited to see it in the daytime as well. That always gives you a new perspective on things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you'd leave a like, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. I hope you guys are all having a great day today, and I'll see you all again next time. Goodbye.